What's up? This is Ace, and I'm back. And so today, what I want to talk about is the making of a scene. What goes into making a boy-girl scene? You know, what happens when you get to the set, the steps in making a scene. All right, step number one. You arrive to the scene, and you usually, now me personally, I used to Google the chick that I was doing a scene with, but I stopped doing that because she might have changed or something. You know, she might be bigger now than she was on her picture or her other videos. So you get to the scene and you generally meet, you know, who you're doing the scene with. So the first thing you want to do, you kind of checking each other out. You know, you're saying like, hey, how you doing? But really you like, oh yeah, she kind of cute. I can work with this. Or you might be saying, oh, I got to take one for the team, but okay. So you get the introduction done, then basically you do what's called the paperwork. Okay, this is where you show your IDs, you know, make sure everybody's legal, make sure everybody is who they say they are, and this is where you also exchange your test. Make sure your tests are current. And they got numbers and stuff on your test so you can match everything up to make sure that this person is who she says she is, and also make sure she ain't got no diseases. Okay, so you got that done. All right, next, usually the girl goes into makeup. That's where she gets looked, they make her face look all pretty and stuff like that. She picks out her outfits that she's gonna wear during the scene. She might have more than one. And then they take what's called the pretty girl pictures. Now this is where they, the pictures you see on the box covers, the pictures you see of just a girl on the website looking all pretty and she's not sweating and stuff and her hair ain't all shot over her head. These are called pretty girls. So they take those are her in sexy positions and everything. She starts off with clothes on and slowly but surely takes them off. Boom. Taking those pictures. Then you take what's known as the hardcore stills. These are the still pictures of the actual sex. I know everybody thinks, you might think when you see just the pictures like on the box cover, like, whoa, they took those while doing it. No, generally, you take those before the scene, while the girl's makeup is still all pretty. You don't want her to look all ugly, right? So you take those during the scene, before the scene, and what we usually do, you go step by step. And the steps that you go, like the positions that you do for the pictures, is how you generally try to keep it for the scene. For instance, you start off with your oral, then you start with your mish, your doggy, cowgirl, all that sort of thing. You do that, you try to do the scene in the position that you take the pictures. All right, so you got her pretty pictures taken, you got the hardcore stills taken, and the hardcore, basically hardcore means you're taking pictures of everything. Everything down here, that would be considered hardcore because the body parts that are getting down are showing, all right? Then you might take softcore scenes. Softcore scenes are either waist up or either scenes to where you can't really see this. Like you might be in a position and the man's not even in the woman, but his hands right here blocking it so you don't see none of this down here. That's considered softcore stills. Okay, so after that, you got all that done. Now you're ready to start your scene. All right, so, but before you start the scene, you do have to go over your rules and regulations. Now, rules and regulations, basically we call these do's and don'ts. These are things you can do and you cannot do to each other during the scene. Things you can say, things you cannot say. For instance, I've had instances where chicks have told me, okay, you can call me a dirty slut, you can call me a filthy slut, but you can't call me no kind of whore. If you call me any kind of whore, we're gonna have a problem. You can call me dirty slut, filthy slut, but you can't call me a dirty whore. Call me a whore, I'm gonna get mad, we're gonna fight. All right? And also, okay, like, you can pull my hair over here, but don't pull it over there, okay? And don't kiss me on this side. You can kiss me on this side, and oh, if you kiss in my neck, don't stick your tongue out. If you stick your tongue out, I'm gonna get mad. Yeah, it can be like that sometimes. Sometimes it gets really confusing. So, you got your do's and don'ts done, you got your pretty girls done, you got your stills done. Now, you're ready to get down to business and do the actual scene. So generally, you start off, of course, with your BJ, with your oral, and while you're doing that, then the director will signal you, okay? So you're going in whatever position. So you're concentrating on that, And you gotta stay open for the camera because they have to see everything for your hardcore. And you have to stay open, and you have to also be looking, and you also gotta be conscious of the lights and other people around you, stuff like that. And then you'll see the director. Generally, they'll go. Now, sometimes if you get too into it, you might not remember. Am I supposed to go to cowgirl? Am I supposed to go to doggy? Where am I supposed to go? And then you stop the transition and you don't know where to go, and it's like, cut. Now you done kind of messed up because you didn't go seamlessly into the next position. But generally, you do that, you do your few positions, and after maybe 2 or 3 positions, you take a break. All right, this is where you get yourself together, wipe some sweat, talk a little bit, you know. So who you done worked with? You like the business? Oh yeah, you only been in it 2 months? Okay, that sort of thing. Get your water, wipe yourself off, and get directions from the director, like what's going good, what they need more of. We need more spit. We need you to be more nasty. We need you to call names. She said don't call her names. That type of thing. So after that, okay, you get your other scenes done, I mean your other positions done. So now we come to the pop shot. Y'all know what that is. That's where the pop shot, the last shot where the guy, BOW! Lets it out on her face, chest, back, butt, wherever they want it. Now, a lot of times you might not be ready. You might have been ready a couple of minutes ago, a couple of positions ago, and had to hold it back. Now they ready for you to do it. Now you got to do it like on demand. Like, all right, we need you to pop in, yeah. Could you be doing that in like 2 minutes? Yeah, I guess so. So a lot of times they might be over there, the crew might be over there, the director's over there waiting on you. Now, if you got a cool chick, she might help you out a little bit or whatever. But you could be trying to do this and people over there talking about their summer vacation. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of hard for me to get to that moment when I'm hearing about you and what your kids did over summer vacation or whatever. But anyway, you get to that point and you might have to go, all right, I'm ready. So you have to get everybody over there and bow. All right, so you get that. But then you have to take pictures of that shot. You have to take pictures of you there, the guy there, like he just did it, and he's not tired, and he don't want to go smoke a cigarette and go to sleep. So you got to hold yourself like this, fellas, and wherever you landed on her, you got to have yourself right there looking like, like I just did it, when actually you just like, all I want to do is go to sleep. All right, so now your hardcore is over. Okay, now, so you got your hardcore done, and that's over with. So basically the scene is over with. But a lot of times now, you have to do it all again for what's called softcore. That means basically you got to kind of clean up, put your clothes all the way back on, and start all over for softcore. But this time, you're not actually doing it. You're not actually having sex, you're just going through the motions. And so you got to have more energy in your talking, more energy like, It's all like up in your face and everything because they only show them for the waist up. And if they do show anything down here, you're blocking it. You know, like with your arms, generally you're blocking it with your arms, or you're just so close up on it that people would think your joint, your penis is probably like 2 centimeters. You're so close up on it because you're not actually having sex. But you have to do that. You have to do every position again in with the softcore where you're not actually doing it. But you gotta have that energy, like you're really into it, like it's really feeling good. She's gotta make noises and everything, and like you're really in there killing it, but you're not. That's what's called the softcore. Usually after you've done that, guess what? It's over. And then, well, at the end of that, you gotta fake it. You gotta fake that shot again, like when actually, and then she's probably over there laughing if the camera's not on her because you ain't even doing nothing. But at that point, it's over. Everything's done. If you're lucky, you get your check and you go home. That's all for today. That's the making of a boy-girl scene. My name is Ace. I will get back with you soon.